Gamescom is close. I got the latest info for you, some Assassin's Creed updates. I did some digging and found new info about the next Horizon and way more gaming news to go over. So sit back and let's go. Let's start with 2 release dates for big upcoming games. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has been delayed out of 2024 to February 11th, 2025. And we should expect a lot of new stuff this coming week with a 25-minute gameplay trailer on August 21st, previews from press and creators who got to play the game, and it's also playable for everyone if you go to Gamescom. The trailers so far have been looking very good, so I'm curious to see more, and we by the way get a new trailer already on Tuesday, August 20th, during the Jeff Keighley Gamescom opening night live show. And on Twitter, he now revealed some of the highlights of things we can expect at that show. Black Ops 6, Monster Hunter Wilds, which also playable for the first time at Gamescom, Marvel Rivals, Dune Awakening, Indiana Jones and The Great Circle will get a new trailer, and Civilization 7 as well. And that game is, by the way, also planned for early 2025. Like, early 2025 is going to get very busy after Gamescom. We know Avowed is 1 week after Kingdom Come. Monster Hunter should be there probably in March. Crimson Desert, that will also get a new trailer at Gamescom and is playable there as well, should also be in early 2025. Dragon Age the Veilguard though will still be happening this year, but it will not be at Gamescom. Jeff Keighley himself actually confirmed that on Twitter under a Gamescom tweet that I did, so thanks Jeff. EA namely has their own plan. The official Twitter account revealed a reveal roadmap, which seems to be like a new trend to tease people when they will reveal stuff. Kingdom Come actually had one of these as well. I think it's handy. I haven't really seen those before, but we will probably see way more games to now do that. Either way, we now know the release date for Dragon Age, October 31st. 2 weeks before Shadows, absolutely perfect. And September seems like a big month in particular for the game, with IGN First dropping a ton of exclusive footage and way more. We will of course be covering it, so stay tuned. I hope this game delivers, because it does look good so far. And yeah, I mentioned Assassin's Creed already. Fingers crossed that we get a new Shadows trailer at the opening night live show on August 20th. That would be cool. But now the lead producer on the game shared some interesting insights to gamesindustry.biz. It's not about Shadows per se, but more about the overall development of Assassin's Creed games, for one noting that 4 years offers the right balance to make a new Assassin's Creed game. Like when Shadows releases, it will have been in development for 4 years, which one of the longest development cycles for an Assassin's Creed game ever. During GDC in 2018, Ubisoft shared this timeline, and here we see that only the first Assassin's Creed, Unity and Origins had a 4-year development cycle. So yeah, it's pretty interesting that the lead producer Carl is now saying, yeah, 4 years, that's the right balance to go from conception to production and get the feedback necessary to adapt. While again, they've rarely done that. Now worth noting is that Assassin's Creed Hexe, the next mainline game after Shadows, will be in development for more than 5 years, as that seems to be planned for fall 2026 and started in summer 2021 already. But yeah, it's overall a good trend, of course, that they give more time to these big Assassin's Creed games, so they're hopefully more polished and fleshed out when they release. Like, you really notice that extra year of quality that Origins had over Odyssey and Valhalla, so I hope Shadows benefits from that as well. Another interesting thing is regarding the Anvil Pipeline upgraded engine they're now using for this new generation of consoles. The key here is that instead of having teams redo things that were already made for previous games, they're now better communicating to avoid this from happening, and they now really have the tech teams working together. When we build new features, we make sure those features are available for all projects. We are continuing to build and improve all the time. Like, sometimes moving from one Assassin's Creed game to the next felt like a step back in terms of AI, stealth, quality of life features that were then suddenly absent while they were added to the previous game. So I hope that that's a thing of the past. Now let's do some quick shots, news stories I will go over quickly, and that Horizon Online update. Of course, if you like the video so far, leave a like, that would really help me out, and subscribe, because we post one of these gaming news roundup videos every Sunday. It finally seems to be happening. The first Red Dead Redemption is seemingly making its way to PC, and we know this thanks to the PlayStation Store. Yeah, kinda weird news, but as you see here in an image from Wario64, this PlayStation Store description says, now on PC for the first time ever. I think someone copy and pasted the wrong information, it seems. So this PC version should include the Game of the Year edition and all the features from the 2013 console version, with specific upgrades for PC, like increased resolutions, frame rates, multiple displays, and more. Maybe it's a Gamescom shadow drop, but I totally expect this to be revealed very soon. I will keep you posted here. Remember Xbox shutting Tango Gameworks down? Well, it's back from the dead. Krafton, behind the PUBG studios, and Striking Distance, the team that made Callisto Protocol, has bought the studio and now also got the rights to Hi-Fi Rush from Microsoft. So they now want to continue to work on the IP and other future projects, which could include a new Evil Within. Like, you don't hear this often, that a studio gets saved from being, like, shut down, but this is more than deserved. Always crazy that Microsoft decided to close the studio behind one of their most critically acclaimed titles. I know it probably did not sell well, but hey, they're keeping Ninja Theory open as well, and Hellblade 2 was number 37 in the best-selling games chart of May 2024, the month it came out. Like, that's really bad. I don't think the game even sold like 100,000 copies. I'm not saying that I want Ninja Theory to shutter, please no. I just hope they get to make something else, because it's a very talented team. Hellblade just is not it anymore. And hey Dennis, I heard you had some Witcher 4 news, so come in.
That's right, and this news actually comes from Doug Cockle, the one and only voice of Geralt of Rivia. In a video for the channel Fall Damage, Cockle mentioned two important things about the next Witcher game. One is that Geralt will in fact be a part of the game, although he quickly followed it up by saying that we don't know how much. While it would be obvious to have him fill a similar role to Vesemir if you consider the ending to Blood and Wine, I think the White Wolf isn't doing much Witcher related stuff anymore. And that also means we are getting a new protagonist, as Doug confirmed the next Witcher won't be about Geralt. He also said he doesn't know who it will be about, but I think the most obvious answer here is Ciri. She's been trained by Geralt, is a very important character in the Witcher universe, and has already appeared as a playable character in Witcher 3. The one question that does leave is how the new game will handle the ending of 3, as depending on your choices, both Ciri and Geralt end up in wildly different places. My guess is that Ciri becoming a Witcher is the canon ending, and that is where the story picks up, but I have to say that Ciri as the heir to Nilfgaard also sounds like a very interesting setting. I can't wait to hear more, and now back to you, Jordan.
Thanks man. Yeah, I did some digging and found new info about the Horizon Online project thanks to job listings on Guerrilla's website. One thing they will namely do is change the behavior, so likely the moves and attacks, for the iconic Horizon machines, so they work against multiple players. Like, that is of course the main pitch for the game, fight the robot dinosaurs together in seemingly a group of 5. The game will also feature brand new machines, and they will use metrics, player feedback and other analytics to refine each machine over time, so maybe we can expect like big post-launch changes to the machines that we haven't really seen in the single player games. Although they did reduce the amount of discs in the Tanajaw disc launcher in Zero Dawn that one time. Okay, before I get too nerdy, let's go back to the info about the online game, because it should still feature engaging story content that works hand in hand with our compelling gameplay. Like telling cool stories in the Horizon world that are not about Aloy, like there should be many quests in this game as well. I think that's gonna push every Horizon fan to at least give this a shot, even if they might not really play online games. The word stylized is also often used in these job postings, and this was of course an old image that was like leaked online. I really hope that they know what they're doing over at Guerrilla, but maybe one of the reasons that they're not going for the more realistic graphics of the single player games is because they originally wanted to add co-op to the first game, but they shied away from that because the amount of detail would then drop by half. So the game would never look as good as that we got in Zero Dawn, and I can imagine that having 5 people in a team and maybe more like players in a social space could hurt them even more. So then instead of making a less pretty version of Forbidden West, they went for a different graphic style. I hope it's like the Lego Horizon game, where it still looks really good. We will have to wait and see. I'm just really curious, and I hope we see it at the PlayStation 5 Pro event that is likely taking place in September. You would think so, right, as the game director has been working on it for more than 6.5 years. I will be keeping you posted, and let me know what you think, of course, of the Horizon Online project in the comments down below. This coming week, we will have one of the biggest gaming weeks of the year. Of course, Black Myth Wukong will launch on Tuesday or even Monday if you are in the US. You see the launch schedule right here. We will, of course, be all over the game, keep it locked for our review, streams, spoiler-free tips and tricks, and way more. We will of course also live react to the opening night live show at Gamescom on August 20th. You see the times right here. I will have a stream and a countdown timer up on the channel, so hopefully you can watch with us. That would be a ton of fun. And just like browsing on YouTube in general will get you a ton of news on big upcoming games. Dragon Age the Veilguard will drop high-level gameplay this coming week and also a PC showcase. Just subscribe, because at the end of the week we will of course post a gaming news roundup video with all the highlights from Gamescom and way more. So subscribe to not miss it, a like would really help me out, and check out the most recent video with some interesting info on Outlaws before playing that you can watch by clicking on the screen. I will speak to you very soon. Goodbye.